This video is going to go over cool down 4. Cool down 4 starts with a hamstring 90-90 stretch. For the hamstring 90-90 stretch, we'll get onto the floor into a supine position with both feet extended out in front of me. I'll then bring the stretch leg, one leg up to a 90-degree angle at the hip and at the knee. I'll clasp my hands underneath the hamstring like this, and then I'm going to extend that leg out and up all the way out to try to straighten the knee. I'll hold here for 30 seconds on one leg, switch and rotate to the other leg, 30 seconds on the other leg. At that time, I'll go into a seated quad stretch. For the seated quad stretch, it's similar to like a half saddle stretch, is another name for it, but I'll bring my heel or my foot back, have the heel touch the glute behind me, and then have the other leg straight out in front of me like this. At that time, I'll reach back and see if I can feel a good stretch in the front portion of the stretched leg. If this is enough for me, then I can stop right here, and that's a good enough stretch. If it's not, I can go back onto both elbows, and if that's too easy, I could lay all the way back. Wherever I feel it the most, but we want to keep the heel close to the glute, the legs close together with the non-stretched leg forward out in front of us. I'll do 30 seconds on one side and then 30 seconds on the other side. The next one is a groin stretch. So I'll have the bottoms of my feet touch together, and I'll try to pull my feet in close towards my middle of my groin, and then I'm going to use my elbows to press my knees down and outwards towards the floor. So from here, then I'll try to lift up with my shoulders and have my chest face the wall in front of me so I can have a good posture while I do it, and I can use those elbows to press down on my knees towards the floor if I need to. Once I'm done with 30 seconds of that groin stretch, then I'll go into a seated hamstring stretch. Once I'm done with the groin stretch, then I'll go into the Sphinx stretch. The Sphinx stretch is sort of a blend of like an upward dog stretch. I'll get into the prone position with my elbows out in front of me like this. When I'm here, this might be a good enough stretch for some people with tight lower backs. At that time, I'll use my hands to press up towards the ceiling and press that chest up towards to the wall in front of me. Press up, hold here for 30 seconds. And then when I'm complete, I'll go into the final stretch, which is the seated hamstring stretch with feet together. Seated hamstring stretch with feet together is I'm seated on the floor, knees are straight, feet are out in front of me like this, and I curl forward, reach, and try to touch my toes and hold that hamstring stretch. Should feel in the bottom portion of my legs. Hold that hamstring stretch for 30 seconds, and that completes cool down 4.